What's up, guys? It's Nobleman here. We got Silly Scaper on the camera again. We're reading another bio of the new figures in the Rising Tide. This one is an Ular figure. We don't get a lot of those, so that's cool. And he's pretty much, I think, our first just regular centaur, so that's awesome. I'm excited about him. He has a pretty cool bio.
I do too.
He's powerful and can bond.
I read all these like last night before I went to bed. So yeah. I've been hyped all day at work thinking about these.
So this guy's pretty cool. I'll zoom in actually for the art. I'll do that. So you guys can see he's got like stones coming out of his back, like jagged rock, kind of as like some armor. He's got a wooden sword, and he's just a big giant centaur. His name is Halushia, Scion of the Wild. So, with that, we're going to read the bio. In the darkest groves of Arboreus, where gnarled trees choke out all but a sliver of sunlight and thorns grow as long as a sword, which makes me feel like a sword should be a thorn. Maybe it is. A terrible guardian once roamed. Trespassers first heard the clamor of his hooves and pounding against the loam, and then the scrape of the wooden blade honed sharp as a razor, and a roar that echoed through the unlit glades as the Scion of the Wild awoke. So yeah, you're walking in the dark and he just wakes up and screams. That's all you hear. They would notice until too late that the roots had grasped their feet and gave no escape as the great wizard galloped into view with an outstretched sword, ready to cleave heads from shoulders. So yeah, he's a centaur, but he's a wizard. Anyway, for Halushia, to harm the hallowed trees of Arboreus, from whence the enchanted lifeblood of the world flowed, was an offense worthy of a swift death. Those who brought rot and decay to a world of everlasting life earned his ire above all. But Halushia's stewardship has endured for centuries, and time has blurred his memories through 1,000 springs and winters. He's old. He scarcely remembers which world he walks now. Truthfully, it matters not to him, only that wherever a dying land cries out for vengeance, he will answer with his blade. So he's like big on nature, and he's 1,000 years old.
He gives very druid vibes. I mean, the whole group really does, but he really comes off it a lot. So that's what his looks and bio, like old Celtic druids kind of thing.
So those of you that like wizards, he's an Ular wizard. And that definitely, that might not help all of them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that helps some of the wizards. So, and personally, I think he's going to be good in range teams, including the elves, because people are going to be hiding in bushes and trying to gain the extra defense, and then you can just charge him forward, and with his power, rouse the glade. Any figure next to a bush, they already don't get extra defense against melee. He's melee. When he runs up and attacks you, he gets -1 defense. So
the bush is kind of like attacking you or like holding you down, so he can attack you easier.
Yeah.
In a sense. And you see it in the bio too, and they mention like they've realized their feet were rooted to the ground, and like, oh no, we can't run.
So when he comes around, he like commands the plants to grab you to get their vengeance. So yeah, pretty cool. He's a large 9. Here's the cards, I guess, and the figure. Well, I'll just zoom in on the main part of the card, I guess. There you go. There's that. You can zoom in if you want. Pause it.
I do want to add quick that the fact that he's using a sword made of wood, we said, has been honed to the point of like a razor's edge. There's a lot of magic involved in that, because it's, I mean, make wood so strong like that and still cut like that of steel or metal. Definitely some magic and druidness going on there.
Yeah.
plus it gives another new definition to wind splitter. Here, no.
Maybe it's a big thorn.
Yeah.
So he's a Dryan, unique hero, a wizard, like we were saying. He's ferocious and a large 9. So then his stats. He's got 7 life with 3 defense, so he lives pretty long. He has 7 move, which means he's really fast, which helps being a 2-space figure. 5 attack, and especially if you're going to get -1 defense, that's really nice. And 3 defense with the 7 life. So, yeah.
I'd say he's going to be a good squad killer per se, at least individual units wise.
The reason he's going to be a good squad killer
Yep,
is
that's the other part.
the ride by special attack.
Yep.
So he's got, it's a range of 1, attack 3. Instead of moving and attacking normally, so you're not moving 7, you may move him up to 4 spaces, and he can attack up to 3 times at any point before, during, or after he moves. So, and he takes up 2 spaces, so that's a lot of spaces that he can attack.
So yeah, it's like imagine you're just riding by some units and you're just like putting the sword out and just.
He can't attack any figure more than once, and he has never attacked when leaving an engagement. So that's important because if he was, he would have been just taking leave engagement. Now he can just kind of charge forward, make sure no one attacks him while he's hitting 3 people with 3. So yeah, that's awesome. And with the Rose the Glade, that can also come into play. So if you got like a regular 3 defense and you're hiding by a bush trying to shoot people, and he comes around, he's going to attack you with 3, which is going to be 1 or 2 attack most likely, and you're only going to get your 2 defense, meaning you're probably going to die more often.
Yeah.
And then he has Command Familiar. So just like the others that we've seen, the other Dryan, he can bond with a before taking a turn with him, you may take a turn with a small or medium beast. So we have the 2 already. I'm pretty sure we know.
I think there's
3 more.
Yeah, 3 left.
There's another random creature, and then I think the 2 that have the vines like around them.
Yeah, they're like bear looking like almost. Like
pretty sure they're both small or medium beasts. They might be large, but I think they're no. You know what? I remember seeing it. I think they're definitely small or medium. One of those might even be small. But so you can bond with once they come out any of them. So yeah, if you got range, you're pinning people down. They try to use bushes. You can just charge him forward with them and take some people out. So I think it'll be a pretty fun one. Any more thoughts?
He's going to bring down the pain a lot on squad units, I think. I mean, if you know how to go around them right, yeah, he can deal with them, but I feel like that's going to be his main big thing, is just these squads that are really going to have to watch around him. Especially, and then, like I said, taking advantage of the bushes, and that's like, do I want to take bushes so I don't have to deal with the person's range or get better defense, or deal with him if they have them? So it kind of makes your opponent wonder, what should they do? So they have to think longer.
I'm liking all the fast guys, the range guys, the people who are better against range. Because now Krav, who are just like amazing and can't get affected too much by a lot of things, are getting a lot of guys that can take them out and do other things. So, all right, well, we'll move on to the next one then.
Bye bye.
See you guys next time.